We turn now to the hit television show Lost, which will reach a much-anticipated conclusion on ABC this Sunday night after 6 mysterious seasons. It got us thinking about other finales that arrived amidst pop and circumstance, some delivering on the hype, others falling flat. Jeremy Hubbard hits rewind in tonight's Sign of the Times.
They're the pop culture events that unfold right in our living room, the TV series finale. After devoting week after week for years to our favorite show, bidding farewell to those blockbuster series becomes a national pastime. More than 52 million people tuned in for the final episode of Friends. Seinfeld, 76 million. 80 million tuned in for the final episode of Cheers. And then there's MASH. More than 106 million people tuned in to watch Hawkeye say goodbye to BJ. When the fat lady sings on our favorite TV show, it's like losing a friend or several friends.
If that falls off the truck, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
But history has shown it doesn't always end well. When producers botch the finale, viewers won't forget about it.
I went ahead and ordered something for the table.
If a finale is terrible, there will be rioting in the streets, because they really do feel like they have invested a good chunk of their lives in a TV show. And if it doesn't end well, it could be ugly.
It was ugly when the final Sopranos cut to black, a letdown for millions of frustrated viewers who were left wondering what happened to Tony.
I think in retrospect, The Sopranos will go down as a classic finale. I think it's already considered that.
Plus, it startled you. It made you think your cable went out.
Right, and that was, to my mind, the last really genuinely surprising TV experience.
Others have been surprisingly bad experiences. Remember Roseanne? In the last few moments, we discover the whole show had been a figment of her imagination. St. Elsewhere? Turns out an autistic child had dreamed up the whole thing in his head.
I think there is now a moratorium on the dream ending. I don't think anyone can really pull that off anymore, unless it's done in a really cheeky kind of wink-wink way.
Of course, no list of the most disappointing finales of all time would be complete without this one.
See, now to me, that button is in the worst possible spot.
Seinfeld is still assailed as one of the biggest bummers of all time. Jerry, Kramer, Elaine, and George winding up in jail? The real crime for viewers was that such a side-splitting series ended with a thud.
Haven't we had this conversation before?
You think?
However, on those occasions when a show gets it right, television magic happens. We are still talking about that MASH finale 27 years later, the most watched show in television history until this year's Super Bowl.
I think MASH is right at the top of the list. The Korean War had ended. It was a perfect time to wrap up the show. You felt like you got a complete story.
Other shows that nailed it, Cheers.
Sorry, we're closed.
And Newhart.
You won't believe the dream I just had.
And of course, the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
I think we all need some Kleenex.
There's some on Mary's desk.
The station was closing, everyone had to say goodbye, and it was one of those great moments, like they were saying goodbye, we were saying goodbye with them.
Something to think about as some of the most popular shows on TV begin to wind down. Of course, I've already moved on to the next TV classic that we'll no doubt be talking about decades from now. Where is The Real Housewives of New Jersey? I know it's here somewhere. I'm Jeremy Hubbard for Nightline in New York.